Hello everyone, Keza here on Ultima Online Renaissance, bringing you some casual Christmas farming for the holiday mobs that are temporarily spawning all over the place right now. I'm just out in the wilderness here killing some elves with one of my Duxer tamers using imps. And the general process I use is have a scout character go out, track down any nearby monsters, whether they be reindeer, elves, or some kind of other holiday monster, and then maybe take them down with an energy vortex, because I mean everyone's been doing that. If you've been playing, you know that an energy vortex can pretty much take on most of the stuff that doesn't dispel it. So sometimes I'll just throw those in and then go in with my tames as well to kill things quickly. Now, of course, you can bring in all three of your counts and have 6 dragons up and gate them around that way after you track stuff down. I've seen a few players doing that. Typically, I just like having fun battles and seeing what I get out of it. I honestly don't get that many scrolls doing this, but I mean, if you watch this fight right here, you can see why the amount of scrolls I get is not so high, but I just have tons of fun killing these things. That's always what I do with these. Now that's my idea of some casual Christmas farming. What most other people have been doing is going around in dungeons, because there is a better drop rate for maps and I think holiday coins as well within dungeons, and using EVs or energy vortexes. Also tracking in dungeons. What you just saw is me tracking an elf that was actually on a different level of a dungeon there. In this case, Despise, I was tracking from level 1 to find one in level 2. And if you look at your UO auto map, there are actually a lot of dungeons where that's the case. You can track between walls to find things that are even in completely different dungeons than you. And a lot of the people I know who have already gotten over 50 scrolls, they are typically setting up their ruins in such a way that they can recall in, and within one click of the tracking button, they search multiple dungeons or multiple levels of one dungeon to find if there's anything around to kill. So they can very quickly locate new monsters and kill them, usually with their 3-boxing tamers, and move right on to the next one. So that is very rapid paced farming, and you're welcome to try that if you want, but that's not my cup of tea. Also been doing some Christmas scrolls with guildmates. They give me a good opportunity to test out my new elf and dark elf slayers. I brought both to this particular event because I still am not sure which name is correct and which one's not. There was a slight loophole in the naming process, I guess. Anyhow, they work pretty well. They work on not just the elves within the event, but they also work on select reindeer and things like yetis and abominable snowman based on whichever one you have. I think there will be a list of that at some point in the near future. I also briefly tried something that I don't know if anyone else has ever tried. Possibly you have, and it's found out it's a bad idea, which it is. And that's 3-boxing with Dexers. Just jumping between the screens. I don't know, maybe if you had a whole bunch of computer monitors and somehow made it work, you might be able to do it, but yeah, I did this for a whole like 10-20 minutes, and I was like, yeah, this doesn't work so well. I mean, even with everyone's health bars together and you're all grouped and everything, you can make it work. It's just I can't do it. I can't do the 3-boxing thing. It's easier with tamers, I know, because you can macro all kill commands. But even then, just people who are moving their tames through gates and stuff, it's pretty difficult to run 3 things at a time. Yeah, you can see how fast this thing is going right here. This is very exciting. Now, something that actually was a little more interesting is I've seen at least one event. I might have missed other events. I don't know how many Telemon has put on, but he temporarily set up a spawn for holiday monsters in the Orc Caves and the Hedge Maze. The event lasted, I think, 2 or 3 hours. I'm not sure. I wasn't able to stay for all of it, but I was able to get out there. I went to the Hedge Maze first, actually, but once I saw how small those corridors are, I decided the Orc Caves are a little more open for my tames to be running around in. So I went there and I got some elf kills in and whatnot. So it was cool that he was able to do that. I'm hoping there's at least a few more, I mean at least one more holiday event before the whole Christmas thing ends. Probably a town invasion. I actually liked the Orc Caves. It's kind of a unique location you don't usually go to that often, and as far as I know, there's no elves spawning there normally. I also like to have a little bit of holiday fun with my character, the Spider Queen, going around attempting to kill people. I did this during Halloween with my green-blue spiders, and now that it's Christmas, I've been running around with white spiders. And I've definitely had some fun with it. I found some people who don't actually run at first sight, and they are interested enough to stay around and fight. Partly it's just, I mean, it's so funny to see all these spiders and weird tames running around. That and some people know who I am now from Halloween, so they're like, oh, well, I'm probably not actually going to die to them, so let's just have a fight and it'll be good. And keep in mind, I don't take anything valuable out on this character except for what I plan on losing, which is that gift bag. But yeah, no potions, no wands, no trapped pouches to break paralyze, so it's really not that hard to kill me. The only defense I have, apart from my majory, is basically just run back behind my spiders and hope that works. Typically when I run this character into a tamer or something, if they know what they're doing at all, they're gonna kill me. Or I run into some actual PKs like that and they kill me. Either way, I end up dying a lot on this character. Anyhow, that is about all I have for you guys today. I'm just going to be out and about farming with my imps when I have time, and keeping an eye out for any kind of event, town invasion or Orc Cave invasion, whichever it might be. I'll hopefully be around to record them and show them here. Also, if I get a chance, I want to do more footage within the two new instances, with Krampus and the White Witch. I believe that is what they're called, or the bosses for them anyways. Anyhow, I'll hopefully get some footage of all that stuff to make a nice ending Christmas video. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them here. Otherwise, I'll see you guys around in game.